What is up guys, it's Cal. So World of Warcraft has had many ideas that sounded good on paper, but were ultimately scrapped before the final release of the game in 2004. Like, there's tons of them. From legendaries that didn't make it to live, to feature expansion material that was scrapped and saved for, well, future expansions. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all 20 things that were designed prior to the release of WoW, but never made it to live. 1. During the original WoW alpha, Scholomance was supposed to be an outdoor elite zone. The developers thought that it was so big and good that they decided to make it an instance instead. 2. In alpha, there were two different shield types, shields and bucklers. Rogues and hunters were able to use bucklers until they later removed it from them, not allowing rogues or hunters to equip shields anymore. There are still bucklers in the game, but they're classified as shields. 3. Both hunters and priests had a melee spec, which were survival and discipline respectively. Hunters even had a lacerate ability back then, which they do now with the current melee survival spec. 4. The original WoW design for World of Warcraft prior to Alpha had the Alliance and Horde only having 100 quests each. 5. The starting zones had a bunch of cloaks with the exact same stats. This was because cloaks used to have armor types like cloth, leather, mail, and plate. 6. There were two big islands off the coast of Stranglethorn Vale which were removed. One was Isle of Dr. Lepidus, which just had a bunch of ancient troll architecture, and the other was Gilligan's Isle, of course a reference to Gilligan's Island. 7. Ironforge was by far the largest city in the game. It had 2 floors instead of 1 and had multiple layers to it. The Great Forge was even visible in the center. 8. Undercity was also very confusing to navigate in Alpha. With the middle layer that we know today holds the auctioneers, well, it was filled with slime, and there was a second floor that players could walk up to. 9. This is the earliest existing screenshot of World of Warcraft, which was using the Warcraft 3 engine. 10. Outland was supposed to be content of vanilla World of Warcraft, well, at least Hellfire Peninsula was. It was actually designed to be a level 54 to 60 zone. 11. In Alpha, there was a profession called Survival Skills. It was used for making campfires and torches to light dimly lit areas. There were areas that Blizzard purposely made really dark, like Duskwood, just for this profession. 12. This was the first design for Wrathy Basin, which was designed by Jeff Kaplan. His co-workers teased him by calling it the Atari map. 13. Originally, the Juggernaut in the Deadmines was built outside, but it was later moved into a cavern. 14. The early versions of the female troll were not pretty at all. 15. This was the first character select screen, which was built by Aaron Keller. Originally there were 6 races. Gnomes and trolls were added later in development. 16. Flight paths used to not be connected, so you'd have to keep clicking linked flight paths every time you landed until you got to your destination. 17. Warlock succubus pets used to have less clothing, but they added more later. 18. In beta builds, hunters used focus as their resource system, but it only regenerated while standing still and was actually very overpowered, so they gave them mana, and then switched back to focus in Cataclysm. 19. Gnomeregan was supposed to be a capital city. Ironforge even had an elevator that would lead to it. And 20. Tauren didn't originally have a race mount, instead they had an ability called Plains Running, which allowed them to run very fast. And those were 20 ideas that were designed prior to the launch of WoW, but never made it to live, or they were just changed a bit. And there's actually a whole lot more. If you guys like this video, I can do a part 2 to this, or even go into different expansions. If you did enjoy the video, then you can leave a like on it, sub to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.